Hello everyone, welcome back to AK Coding. Today is the 7th lesson on jQuery. And if you're ready, let's get started. Today's topic is about introduction to DOM manipulation in jQuery. jQuery allows modifying HTML elements dynamically, and the methods include adding, removing, and changing elements we are going to learn in this video. What is changing the content? How we can do this in jQuery? So we have two keywords, which is text and HTML, which change the text and the HTML, and this helps us to change the texts very easily. Let's try it out in Visual Studio Code. So here I'm going to open two paragraphs. One of them I'm going to give lorem 3, second one can be lorem 3 too, and I'm going to give for this an ID called lorem or maybe text, right? And here in the side of our script, let's declare and let's call this text, right? Okay, let me delete this, and here I'm going to write text, which is the method of jQuery, and we can give a text instead of lorem ipsum dollar, which is this text. We can change it, we can replace it. So I'm going to write just lorem, right? Okay, now let's open this file in the live server, and then we can see the changes in the browser. So as you can see, we have lorem ipsum dollar, which is this one, and this one is changed to just a lorem, or we can modify text is being changed maybe. Yep, that's changed, right? And the second one is HTML, so let's change this to, I'm going to write text1, and here I'm going to just copy this, and I'm going to paste it, and I need to change this to HTML. Yep, this is working too. So what is the difference between text and HTML? So the text, we change the text, and only it can change even the spans too. If we are using, instead of p, which is the, if we are going to use span here, if I save it, this is still working. So it can also change the tags, which are inline texts too. Inline tags. So let's continue. Adding and removing the elements. We can add and remove the elements for our HTML. So first of all, I'm going to create here div, right? And here, as you can see, here's an example how we can append a new element, which is adding a new element. So if we have a list, right, and if we're adding a new list here, so it's adding a new list. So let's declare a UL with the list ID, with list ID, and here I'm going to write li, only one, hello, right? And let's see the output. Yep, we have hello, and I'm going to add by with jQuery. How we can do this? So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to write here list and dot append. Yep, this one, and I'm going to write li with this tag, and I'm going to write by and closing tag. Now if I save it, we can see by after hello. Yep, this is working fine. So let's change this to by, and I'm going to add this by to the top. I'm going to replace by to hello, right? So let's change it to hello, and as you can see, hello is down, not it's not coming for in the first line, right? In order to do this, we have to use prepend. So if we use prepend, what happens? As you can see, that hello is actually in the second line, and we added we used prepend, which adds to the first line. So if you have many lists, as you can see, it's adding for the first. If it is append, so it will add to the end. And we have removing the element. So for example, with declaring last element, right, it's removing. Instead, also we can give an ID called, for example, last, and then we can remove it, this one, right? How we can do this actually? In order to do this, we can do this like this also, with using this last dot remove. And if we come here, so this is removed. So if we have 3, actually we have 4, we have 3 now. Yep, this is being removed. Okay, the next thing, we can modify the attributes in CSS. So we can change an attribute too in our jQuery, and we can also give some CSS dynamically. So for example, we have an attribute here, so I'm going to write here anchor tag, which is href, and I'm going to give https //google.com, right? And if I go back, actually I need to save first, and I need to write a text here, Google. Yeah, we have this. If I press on that, it's going to the Google. So instead, I'm going to redirect to the youtube.com. How can I do this? I'm just going to remove, and I'm going to remove this ULs too, right? And I'm going to write here, so anchor tag. Yep, and we have to use this one, attribute, attr. So I'm going to write .attr, which is href. So href, and we close this. And then after that, I will give the link. So I'm going to write https://youtube.com. And here, if I press on that, it's redirecting to the youtube.com, right? Okay, that's great. However, the text is still Google. So how can I change this? So as we learned today, so we are going to write a text to YouTube. Yep, it's being changed. So this is very easy. And we can also give some CSS for that. So I'm going to give some CSS color red, maybe. Yeah, now this is working fine. So in this video, we have learned text and HTML, how we can modify the content, and we have used append, prepend, and remove methods, how to manage the elements. And we also learned attribute and CSS, which is ATR and CSS, which modifies the styles. In the next video, we are going to learn traversing the DOM with jQuery. If you like this video, share with your friends and hit the subscribe button for more videos. See you in the next videos.